Austin, thanks for bringing the updates and following this story. What specific updates do you have for us regarding this so far?
Hey, good afternoon, Blessing. From what you directly stated so far, the residents of the Ugborodo Community in Warri Southwest local government area of Delta State have staged a peaceful protest over what they tagged as alleged marginalization of their community. And of course, they have lamented over the years that the IOCs operating in their community have failed to live up to their social responsibilities in terms of employment, in terms of corporate social responsibilities, like providing pipe-borne water, securing the erosion that is encroaching into their community, and so on, that these multinational oil companies have paid lip services to their demands. Hence, they went to barricade their entrance. They started on Tuesday just to press home their demands that until their demands are met, they will not vacate the area. But between Tuesday and now, for what we gathered so far, that the people in question, the concerned individuals have reached out to them, and we gathered so far that there is ongoing closed-door meeting at Ugborodo at the moment. So we are yet to find out what the meeting seeks to, if the meeting will be able to address their concerns or if they are going to vacate the premises of Chevron. But we are keeping our tap on the ongoing development to find out if this will actually put an end to this alleged marginalization they have cried over the years. And not only that as well, some other communities within the region here are decrying this issue of marginalization. And it seems that these IOCs, multinational oil companies, are not really paying more attention to the issue of their social responsibilities. And most of the times, these IOCs have actually come under the platform of the PIA, that is the PIA that is going to address those issues. But the community has said no, that the PIA that has been passed, that they are not feeling the impact of the PIA, that they should come and discuss with the community themselves, not representatives elected by some individuals who begin to liaise with them. Don't forget that in some time we have done a report whereby some ethnic nationality in the state have come together and say, okay, since our communities are not being heard, now these are representatives from the kingdoms that will be engaging the IOCs to ensure they're able to meet up with their social responsibilities. And if you go within the region at this point in time, you see a lot of environmental degradation. You see a lot of spillages and so on and so forth, caused by sometimes either by third party or by vandals and so on and so forth. And the community, most of them who don't even know what these issues are all about, will now start bearing the brunt. And hence, this PIA seeks to address them. But most of the IOCs are not, according to what the communities are saying, that they need to come down to the communities themselves and meet with the representatives, discuss with them, have their own plans so that they'll be able to meet them halfway, so that we'll be able to address the issues affecting them. And of course, if you go into the hinterland, you'll discover that the environment is highly saturated with hydrocarbon, and these hydrocarbon are toxic to the system. And most of the time, we discover that a lot of them within those areas will begin to have these symptoms of cancer, diseases, and so on and so forth.
All right,
and based on this, the police discover that they drink this water, that this pollution is being pumped into, and this water becomes toxic to them as well.
Okay, Austin.
You see a lot of waterborne diseases and so on and so forth.
All right, Austin, we'll come back to have this conversation, but please just stay on standby. We want to take a look at the visuals. So let's take the report, that you put together. Now, amid the carnival-like atmosphere with women, youths, and elders involved, Chevron officers responded on site, and we will be taking this question with Austin. But in the meantime, we'll go on a short break, and when we come back, just stay with us.
Youth, women, and community leaders under the Ugborodo Community banner barricaded access roads and temporarily shut down some Chevron facilities, disrupting operations as they demanded urgent intervention from the federal government and relevant regulatory agencies. Security operatives are on the ground to monitor the situation and maintain law and order. Addressing journalists at the scene, Emmanuel Onwaje, chairman of the Ugborodo Management Committee, and Raymond Pira, secretary general of the Shekere National Youth Council, accused Chevron of failing to provide adequate employment opportunities to qualified indigents, despite hosting operations in the community for decades.
You see this yard here? There are thousands of people working in this place, making millions, either in job or in contract or empowerment. But there is a complete neglect of the host community. They have neglected Ugborodo for only God knows when, how long it has been. Not for employment, not for contracts. And even if they manage to even employ our people as contract or what we call lebu, you bring them in, even these people goes in there to do the same job with people that they bring in from Lekki, they pay them different salaries. They will tell you that these are Lekki employee, these are Lekki employment, these are community. All these are the things we are facing in this community.
Ever since Chevron take over from Gulf, the operation is very rough for the community. We don't benefit anything. During the time of Gulf, we benefit light, we benefit water, employment on daily basis. But when Chevron take over, everything go down. And we keep fighting up to date, no response from Chevron.
We are appealing to the federal government to prevail into the issue, to talk to Chevron, to advise them to answer the community.
So we are calling on the nation, we are calling on all top-ranking Chevron personnel to come to this place so that we can resolve and get out of this place. Okay. Outside that, we will not live here.
Chevron Nigeria Limited says it's aware of the concerns raised and is engaging relevant stakeholders to address the issues. In Ugborodo, for News Central, Austin Azu.
All right, we want to quickly hear from Austin, who has been covering this story. Austin, we can tell that the people are obviously disgruntled. Has there been any response from the oil company themselves or even the authorities?
Yes, before we went on that break, I was trying to establish the fact that the Chevron Nigeria Limited has been able to organize themselves to ensure they're able to meet with the people. But what we've gathered so far, that there's ongoing conversation, ongoing indoor meeting at Ugborodo Community. Ugborodo is quite far from Warri, about 3 hours on the high sea before you get to Ugborodo. So the meeting was gathered and it's ongoing. But however, the details of the meeting will need to be made known to the price to get to the general public. But from what we gathered so far, that if the meeting should go the way is expected, the protesters have bid to vacate the premises of the IOC's entrance and thereafter to give them the go-ahead for them to go and do their operations. For the past few days, we understood that the operation has been granted. So obviously, they are trying to find a way to solve this issue so that they will go back to the operation. Of course, you know that that particular oil flow station and other multinational oil establishments in terms of drilling the oil and exporting the are situated within those houses. So they don't want anywhere those production could be halted. Hence, they are meeting with them to solve these issues so that there will be a way forward.
All right, Austin, if you can hear me, I sincerely apologize, but we'll need to move on now and quickly go on a break. But thank you for the update so far.